As Boris Johnson announces his resignation, he says that he wants to stay as caretaker Prime Minister for the next few months. The Tory MPs initially opposed the idea, but he was saved, ironically, by John Major. The whole world is going crazy today in Westminster and the UK politics. It's not predictable anymore, and it's not really sensible. The people around the country, they have one set of opinions and a different vibe and feeling. People in politics in Westminster, they're all divided. There's no connection between the two sides. The whole country is all over the place, mainly because of the political class. People are living their normal lives. They don't really care about all this stuff. They care about the fundamentals of government and governance and the cost of living crisis. John Major, who spent the last few years attempting to stop Brexit, and he's still not giving up to stop the will of the people. He wants to reverse Brexit with his bestie, Michael Heseltine and Tony Blair. Now, these guys, they decided to start this movement to get rid of Boris Johnson. Now that Boris is going, he says he wants to stay until September so that the Tories could find a new leader. And some Tory MPs said it's probably best if you resign sooner, and then you could have Deputy Prime Minister be the caretaker. Anybody but Theresa May, because that's also an option. Everybody was ready. I was literally in Westminster. I came back to give you guys this update. Everybody was ready to go to the 1922 committee to force Boris Johnson to leave sooner. Yet, John Major decided to write a letter to the Prime Minister. And regarding the Prime Minister, and this actually counterproductively backfired, because he wanted to use this letter to push Boris Johnson out sooner as well. But because it came from John Major, the Tory MPs have now pulled back. They've decided to not go forward with the plan. So this makes no sense why John Major thought this would be a good tactic. He says in this letter, the proposal for the Prime Minister to remain in office for up to 3 months, having lost the support of his cabinet, his government and his parliamentary party, is unwise and maybe unsustainable. In such circumstance, the Prime Minister maintains the power of patronage and, of even greater concern, the power to make decisions which will affect the lives of those within all 4 nations of the United Kingdom and further afield. Some will argue that his new cabinet will restrain him. I merely note that his previous cabinet did not, or could not, do so. For the overall well-being of the country, Mr. Johnson should not remain in Downing Street when he is unable to command the confidence of the House of Commons for any longer than necessary to effect the smooth transition of government. What was this guy thinking? I have absolutely no idea. This was counterproductive. It backfired, and is now making Conservative MPs who got rid of Boris Johnson, who getting rid of Boris Johnson, to temporarily remain patient with Boris staying in power. Because they don't want to lose the narrative to the Ramonas, like John Major, which is actually a good thing. This is the only thing I'm optimistic about. That the narrative right now is that it was the right wing of the Tory party primarily, and the Brexiteers and the former Boris loyalists who got rid of him to replace him with one of their own. They didn't allow Boris Johnson to be replaced by the Ramonas or by the mainstream media or the Labour Party or Keir Starmer becoming Prime Minister. So in order to stop any wave starting from the Ramona side, from the left-wing side, they've decided to go against John Major. So that temporarily, that means that they're going to have to be like, fine, Boris Johnson, you could stay as caretaker Prime Minister just so that John Major doesn't win. So partly it's petty, partly is quite smart, because, you know, if you allow them to win one small battle, then they're going to have more demands, and they're going to have Theresa May as caretaker Prime Minister, and then they're going to have, Jeremy Hunt or Tom Tugendhat to replace Boris Johnson as Prime Minister, which will be from the left wing of the party. So it's probably wise to ignore John Major's demands, which means that, ironically, John Major has saved Boris Johnson for now. Wow. I am massively tired But I'm gonna have to go back to Westminster to get more updates for you guys. I'm gonna do some more live streams from outside Parliament, outside Downing Street for you guys. So stay up to date, stay tuned, and subscribe. I've got some comments in the comment section before. Some people said we've actually clicked on the notification bell next to subscribe. We still don't get notified. Yeah, when you click on the notification bell, YouTube make things difficult. When you click on the bell, then it gives you three options. You have to click on all, because by default it gives you the personalized option. If you click on the bell, then click on all, then you actually hopefully should get notified when we release a new video. And if you don't, then we're gonna have to contact YouTube again, see what's going on at the HQ. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.